Hey, this is Brian. Thanks for watching Keys. In today's video, I'm going to show you step by step how to change the oil in your F95 BMW X5M, and then once we're done, I'm going to show you how to reset your oil light. Let's start out by talking about all of the parts and tools you're going to need for today, and then I'll show you step by step how to do the oil change. Now, for quick and easy reference, we are going to have all of this conveniently listed for you down in the description below. For the oil change on an X5M, you are going to need a ton of oil. You need 10 liters, and we recommend LIQUI MOLY SPECIALTECH 5W30. Whenever you're looking for an oil, you need to make sure that it's the proper specification for the car that you're changing the oil on. If you look over here, you can see that this oil is BMW LL01FE certified. This is the certification that you're going to need for your BMW. If you do not use oil with the proper certification and something does go wrong, it is possible that BMW could void your warranty. For the filter, we have a Moly, which is again recommended by BMW. We have our filter. We have a large O-ring, and the package also includes our crush washer for the drain plug and another small O-ring. All right, for the tools, you're going to need some kind of pick tool. That's gonna come in handy. If you don't have one, you can use a flathead screwdriver. I'll show you that later in the video. We also have a 3/8 ratchet, a 3/8 extension, a 36mm socket, a T55 Torx, an 8mm hex, and a torque wrench that can do 40 Newton meters. And then in addition to these tools, you are going to need something to catch the oil in so that you can properly dispose of it. Now behind me, you can see that we do have the car position on the lift. This is strictly for the best camera angles possible. We typically recommend, if you're doing this in your garage or in your driveway, to use something like race ramps. They're very sturdy, very strong, and very affordable, or something like a jack and jack stand. So with that, let's get started. All right, first thing we're going to do is pop the hood. By your left foot, there's a lever. Pull it twice, and that'll release your hood. From there, there's no other latches. The hood will go straight up. First thing we're going to do is we are going to vent the oil system. Just take your cap, it's over here, twist it a little past 90 degrees, and I like to just take it and just put it on top like that. This is going to make it so that air can get in and the oil is going to flow nice when we're draining it. Then once you've done that, you can lift the car. All right, if you take a look under the car, you're going to see a hole over here and a hole over here. This is where your oil filter goes. There is a built-in drain plug, which is a really cool feature. And then over here is your main oil drain. So let's start with the main one. This is an 8mm. And one more thing, BMW does recommend that you do oil changes with the oil warm. Be very careful that it's not scalding hot when you do this. Now while that's draining, we're going to remove our copper crush washer. We're going to install our new one. And once that is completely done draining, we're going to reinstall this and we're going to torque it to 40 Newton meters. All right, so we can throw this in here and torque it down to 40 Newton meters. Next, you're going to take your T55, and where your oil filter is, it has this cool little drain plug. Then we can put this back in here, and this gets tightened down to 5 Newton meters. Now removing that center part is optional. As you saw, not a lot of oil spilled out. So if you don't feel like doing that step, it is perfectly fine to just remove it. I believe it's on the M5, same basic engine and everything. It actually doesn't have that. So I think it's just a little convenience thing. So now let's grab our 36mm and remove this entire cap. So we'll loosen this. Take your filter while that's draining. Now, if you remove your filter and this part came along, you can just take that off. It's going to go back inside here and just clips in. So then what we're going to do, you're going to take your filter, and the spot that has the screen, that is going to go down. Like so, pop that on. But before we install this back, there's an O-ring in here that needs to be removed. And then when you're installing, make sure that it goes into this nice, even, wide gap. I've seen people accidentally install it on the threads, and then it does not want to seal well. Okay. All right, so with that, we are ready to reinstall our filter. Per BMW, what they want you to do is torque it down to 40 Newton meters, then back it off 180 degrees, and then torque it again to 40 Newton meters. So let's do that now. Okay, so we're gonna get this. and 40 Newton meters. Then back it off 180 degrees. All right, good to go. All right, at this point, we are done under the car. I'll meet you up top. All right, so what we're going to do now is we are going to add 10 liters of our liquid moly oil. One thing I love about these jugs is, especially for cars like this where it's a little bit tricky to get down there, you get that nozzle right where you want it with no oil spill. Now I will say the jug we are using only fits 8 liters, so I do have to fill it up twice. All right, so once you've done that, you can reinstall your oil cap and the physical oil change is done. Now let's jump in the car. I'm gonna show you how to check the level, make sure you put the right amount of oil in, and I'll also show you how to reset the oil light. The first thing we're going to do is we are going to show you how to check your oil level. So on your iDrive screen, what you wanna do is tap where it says car, then you're gonna go to vehicle status. Now for this next part, you have to have the car up to temperature. We're gonna do engine oil level, and then this one right there, the engine oil measurement. And then once you're up to temperature, you have to either be in neutral or park on a flat surface. It takes about 2 minutes or so, and then it's going to run through the oil reading process. So let's get the car up to temperature, and I'll show you what that looks like. All right, so as you can see, we can now hit that button that says Start Measurement. So we're just gonna hit that. All right, so as you can see, our oil is perfectly at that max line, so we are good to go. So now let's reset the oil light. First thing we're going to do is we need to get the car into diagnostic mode. To do that, press your engine start stop button 3 times very quickly. Once you do that, you're going to get a little message over here that says diagnostic mode active. Next, you want to press this BC button over here on the turn signal stalk on the left-hand side. You're going to press and hold it for about 17 seconds and then let go, and a secret menu will appear. All right, so as you can see, we've accessed the secret menu. So to scroll through these, all you want to do is just short press the BC button, and let's go to engine oil. Then what you're going to do, same button, you're going to press and hold, and the message is going to confirm that you want to actually reset it. Keep holding. Okay, then let go when it says reset, then press and hold. Takes about 10 seconds or so. Okay, then you can let go when it goes here, and then that just bumped us up to 10,000 miles. Now, as you see, it says reset successful. If it says reset unsuccessful, the #1 cause of that is your clock isn't set. Somehow, some way, the date and time has an effect on this, probably because it'll give you the miles and it'll also give you a date range when you need to change your oil. So once you've done that, you are totally done your oil change. So as you've just seen, changing the oil in your X5M is a very easy process, and if you're willing to do it yourself, you're gonna save a ton of money at home. For links to all the products and tools we use in today's video, see the description. If you like today's video, give us a thumbs up, make sure to subscribe. And for everything you need to modify and maintain your BMW X5M, visit us at Kies.com, Kies.com. If you have any questions, reach out to my team, info@Kies.com. We'll be happy to help you out. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.